Well, that movie is not connected to the Day of Jerusalem. Tomorrow it's Jerusalem Day, and you will see a lot of Israeli groups now, a lot of children who are visiting Jerusalem a day before, because the day after, tomorrow, it's going to be very crowded here, and yeah, let's leave it with very crowded. But I'm here to tell you about the story of a false thief, about what's happened to someone who lost her teeth, and that is a funny story. Then I'm taking you back to 1948. 1948, the Jordanians occupied the whole city. The Israelis had that part of the city, and they marked the border with an oil pencil, and it was for temporary, but that temporary became to be a very steady thing until 1967. But when you are using the oil pencil, it's wide, and then they had a lot of gaps between, and that gaps became to be the no man land. The border was very close to here. You will see, we will talk about it soon, but the Israelis built a lot of walls between Jordan and Israel, mainly because the Jordanians used to shoot us. Then you can see some of it. It's not the walls from here, not so far away from here, but not the walls that I'm talking about. And let me take you to the event itself. Jerusalem Day symbolizes actually the story that we are talking about, because until 1967, the whole city was part of Jordan, and this part was part of Israel. And in 1967, it became part of Israel. Then in that case, they are celebrating that day. Why it's hot. That was the municipality of Jerusalem. The Israeli flag now cover all the bullet holes that used to be there. It's still there. It's still there. Now, right here, it's St. Louis, a very beautiful and amazing nunnery, and it's a hospice, a Catholic hospice. The idea of that Catholic hospice is to help the people at their last days of their life. It doesn't matter if you are Catholic, if you're Christian, if you are a Jew, if you're a Muslim, everyone are part of it. Another group of Israeli students are celebrating Jerusalem Day a day before Jerusalem. And what I want you to understand, that was the nunnery. You can see the walls of Jerusalem, and right where the trees, there was another nunnery, Catholic one, but that nunnery was at the no man land, and it's been destroyed. There's nothing left from it. That was Israel, and that was Jordan. Until 1967, if I wanted to see see Jerusalem, the whole city of Jerusalem from the Israeli side, had to climb up to the roof of that hospice, and no one actually could do that. You know, it's hospice. Then let's cross the road and to stand on the place that used to be the nunnery, another Catholic nunnery, which is not today. Let's see if we can, there's no traffic light. Then you can see that they're helping us, and we can cross it. About Jerusalem Day, I do have so many videos of it. So just write Jerusalem Day at my YouTube channel. I'm sure that you will be able to look how beautiful is that nunnery. That is the the French compound outside the city walls. They have been here because of so many reasons. First of all, there's kind of a competition between them and a Russian that's been there behind them. And they build like big places to hide the Russians from the city. And according to the French, the first Crusader king who entered to the city came from France. Then it's more or less the place that he did it. Then for them, it's a very important place, and it's very close to Jaffa Gate, which is there, and Damascus Gate, which is down there, and that's where the entrances to the city until they open another gate. Now I'm standing at the nunnery. The walls, you could see some Jordanian soldiers, and here you can see some Israeli soldiers at Notre Dame. And the only place to see the city is from those second two windows and to the roof, which is very difficult to reach, and from the third station. Here they couldn't see a thing because there was a wall. Sadly, remember we saw a lot of pictures of the wall, but we didn't see the picture of that wall. Then in that case, no one visited that place for something like 19 years. But one day, from one of those windows, an old lady, a patient, Mariam Sahadi, might be a Jewish woman or maybe a Muslim woman. She looked at the city. She was smiling, and the dentures of her, the false thief, fell to the no man's land. Oh, for 5 days, she didn't smile. Her mouth was closed. She was a little bit ashamed of it. Why 5 days? Because the nuns had to go to their church, and the church had to go to the United Nations, and United Nations had to talk with the Israelis that were at that side, and the Jordanians that were in that side. And after 5 days, all the nuns, or at least something like 4 or 5 nuns, came to hear the United Nations French guy was with a white flag right there, together with a guy from Jordan and a guy from Israel, and they looked for the false thief, for the dentures. It took them a while, but they found part of it, and there's a wonderful picture with a smile on her face. She looked upstairs to that window to tell Mariam, we found your dentures, we found your thief. For so many years, people actually thought that the nun lost her thief, but in the picture that you can actually see in every Google, you will see her smiling with her teeth on and holding the thief. Strange. Took them 5 days to reach that place that was totally closed. And if we're talking about totally closed, let me take you to the new gate that was open at the 19th century because of their wish. But from 1948, it was closed until 1967, that no one could reach, no one could enter, no one could leave that place. It was right there. This is the new gate. Well, guys, that was a short and funny story that actually tells you the complicity until 1967 between Jordan and Israel, and between that poor lady who lost her thief. Thank you very much, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you do have some comments, feel free to use it.